Okay, so for y'all characters, it's just like I said, when y'all came in, it was funny like right off the rip. So give us just a little bit about your characters, if you can describe them in a few words.
I guess Uncle Jerome is that character that he's that old grumpy grandpa that just don't take mess from nobody. He tells it as it is, whether that's whether he's got to do that being funny or just blunt. That's how he is. He's just that grandpa that he's been around the family for a long time. So he's that kind of guy that he's not going to take much stuff out of anybody, and he can see through people real quick. And he's not hip to the new lingo or anything like that. So he mispronounces words all the time and gets confused a lot. And he don't know that he's older, so he tries to act younger, and that shows. So.
Yeah. So what about you and your character?
My character, Evelyn, I try to keep Uncle Jerome straight, which is not, easy thing to do. And, he coughs, he drinks, and it's just hard to keep him, together. But I just pray as I try to do the character. The only thing I know to do, because, he comes in and he can hardly walk, and then he wants to do the I don't know what that thing is, shimmy or whatever. And, people got grandmas out there in the audience, and he's just gyrating. But I just tried to, let him know you got to stop that. And then he tried to get down on his knees. He got bad knees. He got arthritis in his knees. But we ride together, going, to back and forth to the family reunion.
Yeah.
We have to go to the family reunion to keep them together.
Yeah.
So that's what I tried to do.
Okay, so what is your favorite part about the other one's character?
My favorite part, I want to say when he gyrating, but that's not right.
You can say it. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead and say it.
No. But when he's when at the end, when Jamal is telling people, make today because tomorrow's not promised, and he sits down beside Jay and they hug and talk about, talk to each other. That's it.
Gotcha. So what about you?
I guess my favorite with Evelyn is, at the very beginning when we're arguing about having to pick up Jay because, number one, I don't like him because he's an alcoholic, and every time he gets in the car, it's a problem. Every time he comes to these reunions, it's a problem. So, but I like it at the very beginning when we just arguing back and forth, and and from our past plays, I'm always in some kind of war with her, some kind of competition with her, and that'd be my favorite part.
Okay, so do you draw any similarities personally with your personality, with your character? Are there any similarities there?
I guess for me, it'd be I'm more of a comedic guy at the very I try to make light of a lot of stuff, and that's the way Uncle Jerome is. He when something's going down, he tries to make light of it and just but he'll be serious about it. Say we need to get this fixed, but then he'll start to be like but it's something that we're just gonna have to do, and I'll just put my little comedic spin on it, like Uncle Joe, and Medea, and and Mr. Brown.
Yeah,
I kind of see the similarities between those characters and me, because they're serious, but they do the comedic role.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is trying to help people like I was trying to help Jay. I picked him up because I wanted him to ride with us so I could keep an eye on him. Mm-hmm. And I don't judge him when we stop at the store and when he's drinking. Mm-hmm. But Jerome judges him and talks about him. But, I told Jerome, you got to pray for people. Mm-hmm. You can't talk about them.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to instill in him. But he doesn't listen because he drinks too. When they stop at the store, he get all kind of, chips and stuff like that. Jamal might get a beer, but the chips and things is not good for Jerome. So I try to help him.